Hi, I'm Sylvain Guintoli. I'm going to take you around the qualifying lap in Magny-Cours today. This track is quite special because it's a track that is really fast and really wide on most of the parts, and then you got some corners as well are quite slow, so you need to use a lot of different riding styles. First intermediate, you need to be really smooth and carry a lot of speed in the corners. Turn 1 and 2 and 3. You need to be really relaxed and try to keep some speed. Then we've got the massive straight at the back where you go up to 6 and I think about 285 km per hour. But it's not, well, it's a straight because you're 100% throttle, but it's a long right corner, so you never are straight. So the bike is always like sliding and wiggling. And then you got the I think one of the strongest braking point of the championship, with similar to Aragon, where you have to go down to first gear. So here it's really tough on the arms. You have to brake really hard, and it lasts forever. You need to try to pull the brake lever as hard as possible, and get the drive outside the hairpin Adelaide. Then you go for what is like a straight, but it's difficult because you have a lot of wheeling because the Superbike is quite powerful. So you have to stay concentrated and try to get the power down without giving back too much throttle. And then for me, after that starts the really interesting part, where you got the very fast right-left, where if you don't want to get black flagged, you need to, if you go straight, you need to go through the little lane. Then the 180 left corner, and then to corner 12 and 13, where you have to accelerate really strong every time on the leaning. So this is quite physical, and this is where it takes a lot of quite a lot of technique to get the power down correctly. In the end, 14 and 15 and 16 for me is like one, because you come into 14, you have to carry the speed, place yourself for 15. That's all in third gear as well, so it's quite fast. And then you don't want to go too fast at the exit of 15, because the hairpin on right on 16 is quite tricky and slow, so you have to brake really hard. And then finally, for the last part of the track, exit of 16, you go up to full fifth, so very fast, on the leaning for 17, where you keep a lot of throttle with a lot of leaning, and you have to brake really hard when you're leaning. So this is quite tricky and quite technical as well, because if you lose the front here, you're in massive trouble. So you've got to try to, somehow compromise with the throttle to get the bike stable. And then the last complex, where you can overtake on 18. On the hard brake, and the last chicane as well, where you have to be very sharp with the bike, and it's quite a slow corner in second gear, low revs. And that's it, up you get, you're there, and if you've done all that alright, then you can, you're not far from the first row.